right, so I'm gonna start doing my recaps now. I'm gonna get the important shit out the way first, and then I will do the trade recaps after, just to hold myself accountable. And if you watch it, you watch it. But most importantly, I kind of want to say that when price is stuck in an internal range, the probability of setups playing is not that high, because we could reverse off anything in reality because we're stuck in between that internal range. So what I wait for external liquidity to be taken out, and then I will start to trade, whether that's a reversal, a continuation, or just trying to trade a rebalance. But as you know, rebalance is what happened to me yesterday. But anyway, I had kind of two scenarios going through my head today, and I want to be reactive. I know we could have had a Judas swing below or higher, but the thing is, the Judas was going to be sweeping internal highs and lows. And I really don't like trading that just because I've gotten cooked in the past knowing that price tends to resweep a pretty high rated setup like today, or price just seems to not deliver how it's supposed to. And that comes down to it being an internal range. So today, we were stuck in like this hourly internal range. The daily candle closed bullish, but the 4 hour also closed respecting equilibrium range, showing more bearish pressure. And then we had 7:30 news. 7:30 printed out data lows and then also printed out data highs. So we clearly had some targets and we had true accumulation before market open. So what do I want to see as a trader? Personally, I wish we weren't in this range because then it would make it a lot easier. But I still would want to see us sweep an internal high, tap into maybe a PDRA, and then get a reaction out of it and target the next draw, which could be data in this point. So once market open, we did end up getting a Judas swing. We swept internal high. We tapped into a PDRA 15-minute for value gap, and then we're targeting these accumulation zones along with data lows. So we had a little trend line liquidity along with accumulation zones, and that's a great draw. As you see, we had manipulation higher. So that's when the market makers step in. They see everybody sees off market open. Oh, bullish, we're super bullish. And as you know, in the past like 3 days, we either dumped 1,000 points or we pumped 1,000 points. So that's when the market makers they get people to buy, and it's a fake out, and then we get a lower time frame inversion, and then make the true move. So that's just kind of Judas swing. So that's kind of what happened today. We got the manipulation off market open, and then we're going to target these accumulation zones along with data lows, and I fade it 30-second short. Okay, that fails. Now I'm thinking, and this is why I kind of want to like start off with the me talking to you guys. When shit like that happens and we're in an internal range, it's best to kind of say that these conditions are already like chopped and it's a Friday. This is where the market makers make their most money in prop firms because everybody and their fucking mama is trading on a Friday and they want to either end the week off green or they just want to pass their accounts. It's because think about it, there's 2 days that they have off of trading, and some of these people just cannot stop thinking about the charts. So this is where they make the most money. So yeah, like if stuck in an internal range, conditions are probably already improbable that the first setup fails. So I had to fade that second setup because I'm like this first setup's A plus plus plus. Like I don't want to see this fail because then the market conditions are chopped. And that's exactly what happened. The second one failed. So kind of just a lesson for you. Try to avoid these internal ranges as possible, and be aware if you take your setup the first time and it fails, yes, it's likely going to resweep and play out. But you kind of got to think to yourself like these conditions were in an internal range, and it's just like why risk another, let's say, I don't know, $500 when you lost on your setup the first time. So it's kind of comes at the end of the day, like only trade once and try to just cut your losses in half instead of you raging, FOMOing on the second setup. And so what if it plays out? It plays out. Just kind of just stick to one trade a day if I was to give you any advice. All right. Good. So here is the trading portion. So as you can see here, this candle didn't happen yet and this didn't manipulate. But like, look, we're in a range. Like we want to sweep external, meaning previous day low, internal low down there, or just sweep this because then that gives us a bias. And once we sweep this, then we can start maybe look for a reversal or just a continuation longer. So yeah, but anyway, so once we see that the market was stuck in an internal range, what do we want? This is really good. We want this because this is AMD model. We want accumulation, and then we want to manipulate. We either want to manipulate manipulate higher and then take a trade below, or we manipulate lower and take a trade above, targeting that. That's the thing though, internal range, neutral bias, it's just like you don't want to be trading these conditions because we could reverse off anything. And this was data highs. All right. So now that market opens, as you can see here, we get a fucking crazy candle right here. And if we take a look at the 15-minute chart, this is where the candle closed, but look at this wick. Like that's a good wick. This is a good manipulation wick. And I don't think we swept I think Asia highs a little bit more above. But so we get this manipulation. Okay, what is that? Judas. That's a Judas swing. The market makers, like I said earlier, they want people to buy so they can get faked out. And then look at this next candle. Boom. Look at this straight candle. Oh my gosh, this candle's sexy as fuck. 64 points. You like, come on, man. If this wasn't an internal range, say goodbye. Everybody's printing off this setup. There was like a 30-second like right here, I think, and then stops right here. Target this 15-minute unmitigated, take some off. Right on data lows, leave one runner down there. Boom, bro, perfect setup. But like I said, internal range. To be honest, no idea how the setup failed. Like, genuinely, this was a questionable setup to fail, to be honest. But since it got stop rated, like how January has been the entire fucking month, we are assuming that price is going to resweep and then make its true move. But yet again, internal range, so nothing is probable. Okay, so we resweep, and I think we had a 2-minute inversion. Yep, we get this 2-minute inversion right here. And then now they give you better risk to reward. You would have got in right here. You put your TP there or your stop loss there, and probably just holy fuck 100 points. Probably honestly go 1-to-1. That's what I would do. I know the draw is down here. Maybe you want to hold a runner, but just don't. It's a Friday. Like, come on, you got to be smart. Like, you don't need this 100-point move. Like, you're asking for too much. All right. So anyway, this setup. I don't remember. What does it do? Okay, great flush, and you're not break even. We haven't hit a significant draw in liquidity at all. Probably go break even. I mean, we'll see. What does setup do? What the fuck? All right, well, break even for sure, or you just take your piece of the pie and you're targeting this. Let's just say you're targeting this. This is a 73-point move, guys. Like, don't get fucking greedy. Don't get greedy. You don't need this data low. You could just hold a runner. But yeah, like, I think people got break even because they were holding till fucking Narnia. But you get break even, and then, I don't know, does the setup play out? Okay, boom. Plays out. What a trade, man. This would have been 8:44 to 9:30. This is almost an hour-long trade, and majority of the trade, you guys were in profit. So yeah, like this was a good trade, but yet again, like the conditions are dog shit, man. Like these, like I want to see what the 5-minute looks like. Like look at this shit. This is just bad. This is just terrible. It's stuck in this range. But yeah, that's like the trades I would have taken today. I just wish we weren't in this internal range. So if you hit a trade, if you held this, you have balls of fucking steel, and I'm happy for you. But yeah, mechanically, it's there. Mechanically, these setups were good. Only problem, internal range. And I can't stress this enough because I've lost a lot of money trading internal ranges, even though the setup is A+. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Remember, Friday, prop firms make the most money. And yeah, have a good rest of your weekend.